I'm Tamara from Bethel Park Community Center. Today I want to work on a posture with you, but mostly want to work to tell you, because a lot of people are asking me, how can I practice if I don't remember? So I'm just going to use this posture as an example. You can use this posture to work on, and even if you're a beginner student, this posture is a good one because you can do it as many times as you want without stopping. The other postures you stop before you go to the next posture. So this is a repetitive posture. So mostly the answer to that question is how, can I practice if I don't remember, is pick one posture, just one, and do it very, very, very slowly, and do it over and over and over and over until you start to feel that you're relaxing into it. That's how to practice. It doesn't matter if you do one posture. If you do 3 in a row, you can do that. If you can go as far as you can go, and you get stuck and lost or whatever, do that. But go very slow, because it's not like a Western exercise that you did it and you're done. You have to feel it. So to try to do it so slowly that you can feel everything, and that's Tai Chi. So it doesn't matter which posture it is. I'm going to use from flying diagonal posture into cloud hands. So we can do cloud hands today, and that can usually be done 3 times, but you can continue, and if you have enough room, you can do it 10 times. So I'm going to do it as many times as we have room here, and then I'm going to start and show it to you again. But I want to do it very slowly so that you can understand what I'm trying to say with trying to feel it, and to just, like I said, work on what you do know. So we're going to start by facing the diagonal, and your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. So you're going to put your weight on your right leg. So this is to get into flying diagonal posture. So even when you just do that, don't just put your weight on your right leg, turn your foot, put your weight on your left leg, and step out. Do it slowly. So when you put your weight on your right leg, are you leaning over to the right slightly? Where is your weight? Make sure you're not leaning here. So you're straight up and down. Relax, sink your weight. Turn your left foot on the heel to face the wall. And then, so when you do that, you want to make sure you're not tightening. So relax into your right leg so that your left leg just turns. It just turns real easily. There's no weight on it. Then staying at the same height, don't come up. Come across your hips. So right here again, don't come too far over, but you want to come over to where your weight is right in the center of your left foot. Then you can sink your weight down. So instead of being here, relax everything. Relax your chin. Breathe through your nose. Relax your shoulders. Let your arms be heavy. So with all your weight on your left leg, you're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. Now you can take that step with your right foot on the diagonal with your feet shoulder width apart. So you don't want to step too far. You don't want to tighten your toes. But just all your weight on your left leg, you should be able to move this right foot without moving at all. Now, staying at the same height again, shift your weight. So from here, I'm facing the diagonal, my sacrum's still hanging, my chin's tucked in, my shoulders are relaxed, my front foot 70%, my back foot 30%. So this is a 70-30 posture on the diagonal. So those of you who haven't done a diagonal posture, it's the same but on the diagonal. So 70-30 on the diagonal. So let me show it to you again before we add the hands. So your feet shoulder width apart. Put more weight on your right leg. So you can turn your foot on the heel. So you want your foot to face straight toward the wall. Then shift your weight. Now sit down. So to root yourself, so you're rooted in your left leg, your right leg is empty, your left leg is full. Take a step, heel first, but with no weight. Still a little bend to your knee. Then as you shift forward, don't come up higher, but stay at the same height. So you have 45 degrees here, and then from this spot, you're straight. So you're not here, but you're sitting. So your hands, your right hand, wrist is straight. This is the only posture that your thumb is up. So there's going to be a window here that you're going to be looking through, but it's not here because see that my wrist would be bent. So my wrist has to stay straight in order for my shoulder to relax. Anytime you bend your wrist, your shoulder tightens, your weight goes up. So you want to stay sinking and relax. Instead of here, here. So my right hand is about chin high so I can see through. My left hand's at 45 next to my leg. I'm 70-30. So you're going to shift your weight and turn. As you do that, your thumb is going to come down and your right hand's going to turn over, palm down. And your left hand's going to swing up in this crease here. So as if you're holding a ball. Shift your weight, turn on the toe. So I'm slightly turned on this back toe. So I'm going from 70-30 to 100%. Now I'm facing the wall. All my weight's on my right leg, no weight on my left leg. So as I turned on the toe, my left foot is facing toward the diagonal slightly. So you're going to pick your left foot up and turn it straight. So when you do that, your heels are lined up from the back. You might have to do this several times because it's something you can't see, you have to feel it. So taking that step to make sure your heels are lined up, because then when you turn your right foot in, your heels should be lined up in the back. So let me show it to you again. So from flying diagonal posture, don't tighten up, don't come up, but relax. Stay at the same height. Don't hold your breath. Shift and turn. So as if I'm holding a ball here, all my weight on my right leg. I'm going to pick my left foot up and turn it straight toward the wall. So I'm slightly turned to the right. I'm going to shift my weight. My right hand's going to come down, my left hand's going to come up. So as my weight is shifting to 100%, I'm going to turn on the heel when my right hand comes down. So now all my weight's on my left leg. So let me show you that part again. Get back so you can see my feet. So the first part is shifting and turning. 100% on my right leg. To pick your left foot up, turn it straight. As I'm shifting, I'm slightly turned to the right. As I'm shifting, I'm also turning straight. And right before all my weight is on my left leg, my right hand, my right foot come in. So now when all my weight is on my left leg, my hands are right in front of me. All my weight on my left leg. I'm facing straight. So I'm going to slightly turn. That turns my hands. So with cloud hands, to make sure your nose and navel are lined up, slightly turn. Now all my weight is on my left leg. I can, right here, if you look at my feet, they're wider than shoulder width. So I'm slightly turn. I'm going to take a step in to shoulder width. Then I'm going to shift and turn again. So shift your weight, turn straight. So my right hand's on the top, left hand on the bottom, slightly turn as if you're holding a ball. So now all my weight is on my right leg. So the hardest part about cloud hands is to stay at the same height as you go across the floor. Keep your nose navel lined up and don't go up and down. I already just said that, but don't go up and down. Stay at the same height. Don't use one leg to pick the other leg up. So you want to just, it has to be very smooth. This part of the form can be, you can start to feel the moving meditation part of Tai Chi. And the reason that we're doing Tai Chi is because there's another, I don't know what you want to call it, dimension to your body that we don't even know. We don't pay any attention to until you get into this meditation and moving, that you are truly relaxed, like really relaxed. Your mind and your body at the same time really relaxed. So the more you practice it, even just practice this one posture over and over and over, you'll start to feel the relaxation. You'll also start to feel that you're not even doing it. It just comes naturally. I tell my students, when I was in high school, I ran track and I ran the hurdles, and I ended up in a state competition. This girl next to me, there were 5 of us in the heat, and as I'm jumping over the hurdles, I could see her out of the corner of my eye, and I could see her. When I jumped, she jumped. We tied. And I didn't even know I was running. When I got done, I didn't even know I ran the race. I had no clue. And Tai Chi reminds me of that, because you can be in it so much and get done and you don't even know you did it. And it's just like a euphoria or something like that. It's just very relaxing, and it's a nice feeling. So anyway, that's why I chose this posture, like I said, because we can do it all the way across the floor. So let me show it to you again. So again, from flying diagonal posture, 100% to your right leg. So don't tighten your toes. Have your weight right in the center of your right foot. Then you can pick your left foot up, turn it straight, heels lined up. Shift your weight. As you're turning straight, turn your right foot on the heel in. So now your feet are wider than your shoulders. Slightly turn. So that turns your hands over. 100% on your left leg. Relax, sink your weight. Take a step in to shoulder width. Then shift your weight, turn. So right when your weight is 50-50, your hands are in front of you. Then when you slightly turn, your hands turn as if you're holding a ball. Then you can take a step wider than shoulder width. Shift your weight. Turn. Slightly turn. Take a step in. Shift your weight. Turn straight. slightly turn. Take a step out. Shift your weight. Turn. Slightly turn. Take a step in. So you don't want to be wobbling and going up and down. Not to do this. This is not cloud hands. See how my coordination's off? You have to do it slow enough to where you can feel in your feet what you're doing. So let me show it to you again. So from 70-30, 100%, 100% on your right leg, straighten your left foot, shift your weight, turn, slightly turn. So when your weight is 100% in one leg, think of your weight going into the ground. So you're not just on the floor, you're into the ground. So your energy is down. So you're going to take a step. Now it's coming back up through your hands into the ground on your right side. So when one leg is full, the other is empty. So try to get the timing just right. So everything should be simultaneous. Make sure your weight's not on the outside of your foot. Make sure it's not on the inside of your foot. So when you count cloud hands, let me get there. You count on the left side. So this would be one cloud hand. So this whole posture would be another cloud hand. So like I said, do as many as you have room for. Make sure you're relaxing and not tightening up more and more as you're going down across the floor. Try to look straight ahead with your nose and navel lined up. So you want to always feel like you're being held by a string from the top of your head. So you're not going to look down at the floor. Your weight will come forward. You're going to look straight ahead. Your sacrum's always going to be hanging. So not to tighten your sacrum whenever you take a step. So relax, take a step. Shift your weight. Relax your toes. Where's your weight? In the center of your right foot. Take a step. Left knee should be a little bend, not straight. Shift your weight. Turn straight. Slightly turn. Hold the ball. Take a step. Shift your weight. Slightly turn. Take a step. So don't tighten your chin. Don't tighten your shoulders. Try to stay at the same height. Relax. Sink your weight. The more you do it, the more you can feel yourself relaxing. I think a challenge might be do it until your legs get tired, which might be 6 times, because staying sitting and moving is a whole lot harder than moving across the floor. And that's too easy. So always have this crease Let me show you that part. So always have this crease here, no matter where you're at in the form. So not to come up higher. You don't want to lift your foot too much. Walk like a cat. So when you take a step, don't step on the inside of your foot and roll your foot out. Don't step on the outside of your foot and roll your foot in, but take a flat step. This is a sideways step. Not heel first, not toe first, but flat. So if my hips are tight, it's going to roll this foot in if I'm tight. But you want this foot to be flat. And then take a step flat. So when you step in, you want to be, when you step out, you want to be wider than shoulder width. When you step in, you want to step in to shoulder width. So when you step out, wider than shoulder width. So it's the same thing. How far can you step with no weight? Also means here. When I'm 100% on my right leg, how far can I step this direction with no weight? If I try to step too far, I lose my balance. So if you're up here a little higher, your steps will be shorter here. That's as far as I can step. If I'm down here, my steps will be longer. So my steps might look longer than your steps. Just don't step too far. So if you step too far in life, you lose everything. If you step too far in Tai Chi, you lose your balance. So that's one of the principles. So practice that or another posture that you already know, and practice it very, very slowly. And that's how you will get better at Tai Chi, no matter what posture you're working on. Hope to see you guys back soon, and hope you're being safe and breathe through your nose. Thank you.